Hi, it's Sandra, and today I thought I would just do a manicure. And if you remember, if you've been following me for a while, a long time ago, I actually did a series on alphabet series on manicures. And I believe I left off at F. So I want to pick up the alphabet series again. And I'm actually going to do F for food. But what I wanted to do also is combine Valentine's Day with food, which is obviously very easy. So I'm going to do a manicure geared towards food, but it also has Valentine's Day in mind. But before I started, what I wanted to do is show you, I had done a video, my last video, and I actually had my nails painted with snowflakes and a snowman. And somebody had asked what the base coat was on that manicure, and it's this. It's King's Gambit, and it is by Cupcake Polish. Now, I'm sorry, Cupcake Polish. I have bought quite a few polishes from Cupcake Polish, and I like them. And they're very nice because they have a lot of sparkles or glitter. It tends to stay on really long, so I like it for that, okay? And what I like about their colors is they are very opaque. So you don't ever have to feel like, like some colors you want to use them over top of a solid base or, where you can't use them just as the base. Well, the Cupcake polishes that I've gotten have been totally opaque, just like regular nail polish. Now, the one that I'm going to use today is called Rhinestone Rodeo. And this one is another opaque polish. I only put 2 coats on this. And because I want the feeling of Valentine's Day, I thought it was perfect because it's got that pink and a light pink with the light pink and dark glitter. So this is the polish that I'm using on my nails right now. I also want to show you the plates that I'm using. I got images from 3 plates, and they all happen to be Maniology. So one of the plates that I'm using is this one. Hopefully you can see this good. It's hard to get these in. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And this is Maniology M114. Now I have used this plate 1,000 times. I love this plate. I love these sundaes and everything on it. So the 2 images I took off of this one was this one and this strawberry. Okay, so that's Maniology 114. Now, just a reminder, if you do buy anything from Maniology, please use my discount code, which is NS10. That gives me a little commission and it gives you 10% off your order. It just helps me keep my giveaways going. The other one that I'm using is MXM029. Now, this was the coffee box. It had a couple plates. I did not get the other plate. And the reason I didn't was because they were selling this one, but the other one had already sold out. I've looked around trying to get people to sell me their coffee plate, and nobody wants to sell it. I'm not paying $100 for a nail stamping plate. So this is what I have, and I decided I would use this. And I am using the macaron here, and I'm also using this little tart. So those are the 2 images that I pulled off this. All right, and then the last plate that I'm going to use that I pulled images off of is actually an UberChic plate. And the reason I love this plate is because we have the hearts here and we have the little sayings inside. So that's candy, right? Another food. So I'm going to use that as well. And I think that one's going to go on my middle finger. Okay, so let me show you the reversed painting pictures that I took off, images. So here's the one with the whipped cream and strawberry. So that's that one. Here's the little macaroon. I did it in purple. I think it goes this way. I did it in dark purple. It's hard to see. Let's see if I can zoom in on that a little bit more. There he is. It looks like a hamburger. If you didn't think it was, you know, if you didn't know it was sweets, it looks like a hamburger. Okay, and then here I got the little tart. And I did it with the white meringue, dollops of meringue. And I did the filling lemon and then the little tart brown. And then the last one I got is actually the strawberry dipped in chocolate. But what I did was I took the chocolate part off because I'm going to attempt to just put in the chocolate on this image because I didn't want it to be black. Okay, so those are the images I used. Now, what I wanted to do with this is because with me, more is better. I don't like less is better. I like more is better. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to take some of this edging around this plate and I'm going to put it on my nails. And I thought that this area right here underneath this handle was the smallest area. So I'm going to use that. And I'm going to use this as a bottom border for my nails. And I decided to do it in this dark pink or almost like a red. It's almost like a red. And I'm going to do this on every single nail. So I'm going to scrape this off. Get this off of here. And let's see if I can get a piece of tape. I need a piece of tape for this. Well, I don't really even need to use a tape. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is put this on my finger as a border at the bottom. I'm going to try to line up that center piece with my nail. Okay. Oops. Okay, so there it is. That's the little border at the bottom. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take one of these images and I'm going to put it on top of that. I thought that would add a lot to it. So that's what I'm going to do. So first thing I'm going to do is go around and put this border on. And you know, you have to think about this because do you want the border to be the main object in on your nails, or do you want the image that you've reverse paint to be the most seen image? And of course, the reverse paint one is the one that I like because we're going to spend all that time reverse painting. You might as well make it the main show there. So there's one done. Okay, and we're going to do another one. Going just above the line here. And I'm sure that you have, even if you don't have this particular plate, that you have a plate that has some kind of border around it that would work out with this. All right, and then I'm going to do it here. Next, as I would say. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to walk through this with one hand. And then the other hand I'll do off camera. Now obviously because I'm using the bottom part of this, I don't have to take off the bottom part. So I can use, because I'm using the top, so I can leave that on and not have to take my tape and get it off. So I've got my thumb and my pinky left. One more. Now my thumb is really wide. Oh, this is, okay, so I need my pinky too. So I'm going to do my thumb next because I made that really wide, a bigger piece of it. So I'm going to take this. Oh, I do have a little bit of nail polish on the top. So I took that off. Take this. Let's see if you can see this. Try to put this in the middle as much as possible. All right, and there we go. All right, and then I'm going to do my pinky. Now I was going to do this in black, and then I thought, nah, I don't want it in black. I really want it in this reddish pink color because I want it to be festive. So black is, I really like the black for outlining stuff. I don't like white for outlining. I don't know why, I just don't like it. So It's okay on a very limited amount of things, but not a lot, in my opinion. And I love white as a base coat, but I don't like regular white. I like it to have some kind of sparkle or some kind of interest. I hate white polish. I don't know why. I just cannot stand it. First of all, I can never get it to look flat, and it always to me looks like it's not chunky, but I don't know. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It never looks like a smooth finish. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do my other hand, and I'll be right back. Okay, I finished all 10 fingers, and I wanted to show you too that the stamping polish that I'm using on this border is called Box of Wine, and this is by What's Up. Now, if you've never used any What's Up stamping polish, it is extremely opaque. It is great polish. Or stamping polish. But this you cannot use on your nails. So this is strictly for stamping. But it is a great polish. Okay. So I got them all stamped here. I'm going to pull out hair there. Okay. Now I'm going to start applying these. So I thought what I would do is I'm going to put the hearts with the sayings on there. And then, which is really too bad because I do think I may, instead of doing that though, I may put this there because my biggest nail is my middle finger, of course. So maybe I will put that in the center. So I'm going to put this one in the center. So because I've had my nails done for a while, I'm going to need some kind of something to stick it on there. So I'm going to use the smudge-free top coat. And I like this much better than the sticky base coat to do this because to me, the sticky base coat takes longer to dry. I don't know. It's okay. I like the sticky base coat by Maniology, but I do think that the smudge-free top coat is better as far as, I don't know, just planning it right, getting it when it's dry enough that it doesn't smudge. So I'm just going to lightly go over this one too. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get this on here successfully. Oh, we can get it on there, but can we get it on there successfully? Okay, so let's do the middle one. I'm going to put it right on here. All right. That turned out really cute. Now I'm going to do the same with the other side. As soon as I find the stamp, there we go. All right, this one should be ready. So let's see how this one goes. I got to do it this way. When I do this, my non-dominant hand, I always got to go, and that means that I usually don't get it in the center. All right, let's see how this looks. All right, pretty good. All right, so when I was talking before, what I was trying to say, which I never got to the point, was if you want the border to be the most important, you would put that on after you stamped your decal or the image that you used. If you want that strictly to be a background, then obviously you'd stamp it on there first and put the image you want over top. So now you can see the image well, and you've got this on the side. So I think that looks great. Okay, so next we're going to do is we need a kind of a big one for my thumb. So let's do the macaroon on this one. We might have to put the hearts on my thumb, which I didn't even think I could put that on my thumb, but I do like this one really a lot, so I'm glad it's kind of the showcase, because I always think the things I put on my pinky and my thumb are ones that, I don't know, I don't think you can see them as well. Okay, so let's do the macaroon on the pinky. Let's make sure I get this the right side. I'm going to put this like right here. I can see that hopefully. And then the other macaroon is going on my other pinky. So get that right. Goes this way. Okay. So those two are done. Macaroon, macaroon. Okay, and then we're going to do... All right, so I'm going to do the heart on my thumbs. Let's do the little tart here. Do this on my ring finger. Okay, let that dry a little bit. There's nothing worse than if you don't get that sticky coat on there and it's not dry. It's just a huge mess. So better to have to actually do try it again. It is to do it when it's wet. Okay, so we're going to do this heart on here. And then we're going to do the tart on the other side. Tart went on my ring finger. So let's do it on my ring finger here. Okay. And then I'm going to do on my index finger, we're going to do the strawberry. Now, what I got to do with the strawberry, it's going to be a two-part thing here, is I'm going to put the strawberry on, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to stamp on the dripping chocolate. All right, so let's get the strawberry on there first. All right. All right, so let's see how this goes. Let's put this right. How does it look in the picture? Is it on an angle? Let me see. I don't remember where the dipped strawberry was. It was on this one. Okay, here's a dipped strawberry. It's kind of on an angle, so I'm going to try to do that here. Okay, so there's the dipped strawberry. Put the other one on the other side. Put this one down. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the drip here. Now the thing that I wanted with the drip was I wanted a brown, and let's see, which brown did I pick out? It wasn't this one. It was, oh, this one. Nope, that's black. What did I do with the brown? Brown. What did I do with it? Hold on, I'm going to come back once I get my brown here. Okay, so the brown I decided to use, oh, it came off. The bottom came off. I will have to look to see if I can find it on the website. It had like a candy or sweet name, sweet something I think it was, but it is kind of a medium brown. And I thought it looked really good for that. So I'm going to take this brown, put it on here. I'm going to use my little teeny scraper or stamper. And somewhere is a scraper right here. Let's see how this turns out. Okay, so that did not turn out very good. We're going to do that again. I think I waited too long anyway, messing around. Okay. So let's see if we can get a good image on here. Now, I don't want to go up too high, although I can always remove it with tape, but I want to come kind of right in there. That's pretty good, I'd say. Let's take that off. Let's see if we can get this in here, right here. So flip it around this way. Is that? No, it goes this way. Sorry about that. I am trying to get a replacement for this, and they do have them on Maniology, because this one, if you can see through it, is like cloudy. It is very old, so I want to get a couple replacements, and I did find them on the site, so I'm ordering those. Okay, so there's number one, and then we got to do one more. We're going to use that same brown. All right. Give it a light scrape because it's such a open stamp. If you scrape too hard, it'll come right off like I did the first time. And we're going to put this one on here. I'm having a hard time seeing this because of the cloudiness of the stamper. Okay, so there we go. I think that looks very adorable. They all look adorable. Okay, now what we're going to do is the hearts. Let's see how those turn out. All right, and this is the only non-Maniology plate that I have in this for this manicure. And I'm sure, you know, I think even Maniology came out with this where you could do it in two layers. So, or not 2 layers, where you could do it all one color. So I don't know what color I should pick for this. I don't want to do the same, because I want to do these whites. I don't want to use the same red pink that I did on the other one. Sorry, there it is right there. So maybe a dark purple, or we could use a lighter pink, which is more like a medium pink. Let's see if I got that one. So we use a dark purple and this lighter pink, because I'll put a couple of them on there because I have my whole thumb area to work with. And by the way, this is called Aurora Veil B566, and this is a Maniology polish. So let's try this first. We'll see how this is going to look. And these little stampers, I just love them. I don't know why, but they seem to really pick up better. And not on all of them, but like sometimes when I cannot pick up a image because maybe the lines are too thin or whatever it is, these little ones, you know, depending on what these are made of, seem to go on better. I don't know if that's coincidence or what. The other thing is that I really wish that they had a gummy stamper that was clear. I love Maniology's gummy stamper, but the only bad thing about it is it isn't clear. So if any of you know of a gummy stamper, and what I mean by that is this, because these gummy stampers are so gummy that if you have a problem with any kind of image, it pulls it right off. So I'd like to have one in clear, and maybe that's not possible because of whatever they make it out of, but that would be cool. Now I did do a design and could not get the image to save my life. Got it with the gummy stamper, but of course, because I'm not used to doing that, putting it on there blind, I could not get it on right. But what I found out, which was really strange, was I could, if I used a different color to outline the picture, the image, it worked. But if I used the black, it didn't. Now, one of the things is I've always done is I know that all these stamping polishes get thick after a while. So I thought, okay, maybe it's just too thick. So I ended up using a brand new black one, black stamping polish, and it still didn't come through. Well, but if I used a different color, like a dark brown or a dark gray, I could get a good image. So the only thing I can conclude from that, and I don't know if it has any merit or not, is that maybe because the black was so pigmented, it was thicker. I don't know. I think it's so strange. So if you have any ideas on why that would happen, please let me know. I want to know because it was very interesting, and it kind of ticked me off because I really wanted the image to, be outlined in black. I really like this stuff being outlined in black. So I actually ordered some stamping polish from a different manufacturer, not Maniology, and I want to see if I have the same issue with this image that I did with the black Maniology polish. So I will give you an update on that when that product comes in, and I will see if it makes a difference. Okay, so the thumb turned out adorable too. I love it. I'm glad I put it on the thumb because it ended up giving me 2 hearts instead of 1. All right, so now I'm going to do my other thumb, and I will be right back. Okay, so while I was gone, I also cleaned up my nails. So you can see that I think the border is adorable. And here's my thumb. I think they turned out great. And I don't know if I told you or not, but the other pink that I used is also What's Up. And this is called Bargain Villa. And this is by What's Up. And this was the other one, the pinky red one that I used, which was, what was it called? Box of Wine. So those are the 2 stamping polishes that I have on my nails. And that was the heart here. All right, so now that I have all this done, what I'm going to do is use my smudge-free top coat, wherever that is. I'm telling you, when I get to this point, I have everything all over everywhere. I actually get like, what do you call it? Like closed in, like claustrophobic, because everything is around me. I can't see anything because it's all so close. And then I panic because I can't find whatever it is. Now see here, smudge-free top coat was sitting right in front of me. Okay, so here we go. Let's put some smudge-free on here. So this was part of my alphabet manicure, and if you go back in my videos, you'll see that I started it and did not continue it. Because I think that year that I started it, the holidays came up, and then I just never went back to it. It may have been 2 years ago. I'm not sure. This may have been the 2nd year. So I don't know. Go look for it. And when I'm done with this, what I'd like to do is show you my actual F plates so that you can see for food. I think it's cool to show people the plates that you have, so that way people can get ideas and go, oh, I missed that one, or yeah, I don't like that one. So, But I do have to say that this one with the sweets on it, with this one right here, is probably my favorite plate. I don't know why. I guess because it's kind of big and open, so I don't have to, you know, it's very easy to see. It's very easy to paint. I don't have an issue with that, and I think that's why. So there is the smudge-free top coat. And then the next is what I'm going to put on is my last top coat. And this one, and I've said it at least a million times, is I love this top coat by, let me get it out for you, Glisten and Glow. And for regular polish, I think it's the closest thing you can get to actual gel polish. And there is a big difference between, other than the obvious reasons, but I think that with the gel polish, your nails stay shiny a lot longer. Because like after a few days, I think that the regular polish nails kind of lose their luster. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still pretty, but they're not like the gel nails where that shine just keeps on and keeps on. I'm putting away while I'm sitting here blathering, I'm putting away my stampers because when I leave them out, I end up getting acetone and everything on them. So here is my favorite stamper. See this little thing? It's part of one, I think that was 2, because it has this, I can't even remember, but I love this. I love, if the image is small enough, I always grab that. Okay, so let's put on my Glisten and Glow. And then the last thing we'll do is, because I don't have a whole lot, we'll go through my food, my category of food stamping plates. So you can see what I have. I think all the images turned out great. I do think it could be Valentines and food. Very cute. I love this little lemon tart. I think that's cute. Well, I do love them all. I really like the Cupcake Polish too. I did have a little bit of a dispute with them at one time when I first started buying. I actually ordered a bunch of colors, like I think 4 or 5, maybe even 6. And I did not know my friend was ordering the same ones because I had told her which colors I liked. So I ordered mine, got mine, and then hers came along. I was like, oh my gosh, now I have double of everything. So I called up Cupcake Polish and I said, hey, I've never used these polishes. Can I return them? And she said, absolutely not. She would not take them back. Now, she quoted some health law. That may very well be true, but it kind of ticked me off because the polish is not, it's, you know, it's probably as much as any other polish out there, but that was a lot of money to waste. I should have given the other ones away. Now they're old, so I won't, but it was kind of irritating. All right, I'm going to be right back with the plates that I have marked as food. Okay, let's go over some of these plates that I have. Now, this one is a Maniology one, and I think this one is really cute, and this is Kawaii Emoji XL323, and this has, let's see if we can see it better if it's zoomed into here. This has a lot of cool images on it. I use this a lot too. So very cute, okay? So this is the one that I used. This is the one that I used. I've got this one, which I did not end up using, but it's like a waffle. And this one is M100. Lots of great images on that one. I got this one, which is the What's Up, another What's Up nail. And this is B064. Lots of cute images. I was going to use these candies and then I changed my mind. And then we have this UberChic, the donut one. If you don't have this donut one, Very cute. Hard to line up the donuts though, but very cute. Just takes practice. Then I have, this was a Mani by Me box. This was the little picnic, MXM037. Got some Moya. If you've never ordered from Moya, those are good plates too. This is Tropical Collection 08. I've got this one, which I have not even used yet. Isn't that disgusting? This one is a bunch of fruits, Maniology M114. Cute plate, another cute plate. This one, some more fruit. Must have been in a fruity mood, which is M028. Lots of fruit. And then I've got this one. This is the other part of the Maniology one. I believe the picnic one. This one's MXM038. I've got this one. Now this one's adorable. This one is the one with the dumplings. Who doesn't like dumplings? Maniology M176. I've used that one quite a few times. Then we've got this one with the pool. That does not have anything to do with food. And then I've got another fruit plate. This one is really cute. This one, they actually have a manicure. I think this is the one. Oh, it goes this way. Yeah, they actually have a manicure on the website for this one. It's M296. And I liked the manicure they did so much that I ended up getting this plate. So go on their website and look. This one is a bunch of taco stuff. And this is UberChic. Sorry. And UberChic, let's taco about it. So that's a cool plate. I've used that quite a few times. Then I've got a coffee plate. Now this is Creative Shop. If you've never ordered from Creative Shop, they have great plates too. Very easy to use, no problems. These cupcakes are adorable. So very cute. And then I've got this one, which is some more fruit. MXM151. So that was a Mani by Me box. And then I have this one. It's by UberChic. And this one is Olive the Things. And this has all the kind of olives and drinks and everything Italian, olive oil kind of. Very cute. Then I've got a coffee plate, UberChic. And this one is Coffee Addict. What's this one? This one has some fruit again. Maniology MXM152. Obviously a Mani by Me box. They may still have it on there. Don't know. And then I've got another coffee plate. Maniology M288. This is not the one that was in the Mani by Me box. It goes with the tray that I did my manicure on. And lastly, I have this little pineapple one. Very adorable, M051. So those are all my food plates. And there's my manicure. And next time I do an alphabet manicure, it'll be the letter G. So we'll have to see what's in G. If I have G. Do I have G? What's the next letter? Let's see. F. Let's look. Just make sure. Nope, it'll be H. So I don't have anything with G. It's going to be H. So that would be Halloween. So we'll probably save that for Halloween. And then we'll go on from there. So I hope you like this manicure. I had a great time doing it. And I think it turned out gorgeous. And thanks for watching.